Okay, our next speaker was born on a nature preserve and educated as an engineer, is now committed to energizing others to spread meaningful messages. His talk is Spreading Gratitude in a Digitally Connected World. Please welcome David Henry.
I want us to all think back briefly on the events of 2016. I heard some chuckles in the audience, so there's some things that are coming to mind, different for everyone, but they might include things like the election season, like Zika, Orlando, Brexit, an earthquake in Italy, Brussels, the North Korean test of the hydrogen bomb, or ISIS. If you've been listening to these stories, you might feel emotionally like I do, which is a little scared, nervous, handful of other things, terrified maybe for some. And there's a list of an infinite amount more things that are coming to mind for you right now. And what I want to challenge each of us to do right now is to make a choice. So if you're eating or drinking, put down your food, and I want you to do two things. I want you to stand up, find a neighbor right now, give them a hug, and then give them a sincere compliment. So, how do you feel now? I want to compliment each and every one of you on coming out to this amazing event in San Antonio, where we get to focus on spreading the exciting stories, the happy things that are happening in this world. And that small act of gratitude that you just experienced, going both ways perhaps, probably had a significant impact on your emotional state for the better. And if you change and introduce one word into a Google search, instead of what happened in 2016, you say what beautiful things happened in 2016, you get a completely different list. And I'd like to read you a few of them. Child mortality is down across the globe, and it continues to go down. The Ice Bucket Challenge has helped identify the gene that ALS is responsible for or connected to. California now powers over 6 million homes on nothing but solar electricity. World crime is down across the globe and continues to go down. The ozone, because we've stopped using aerosols, is starting to repair itself. And the Anglican Church just resolved to solemnize same-sex marriages in the same way as different gendered marriages. We may have cured MS. Portugal ran its entire nation on renewable energy for 4 days straight. Harriet Tubman is about to replace Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill. Volunteers in India planted more than 50 million trees in 24 hours. And here at San Antonio TEDx, by the end of the day, 21 women will have taken the stage and shared their skills, their stories with you. And that deserves a round of applause. So, not just today, but every day, I want you guys to make a choice and ask yourself why these stories aren't coming to the top of the mind first. I don't know, and I didn't have the time to do the research this morning, but I'm sure there's some scientific minds out there committed to knowing why this is true. But if you make that choice, a choice about what stories to share and spread, a choice about what conversation to have over a Thanksgiving dinner table, a choice to shape not only your emotional and mental landscape, but by doing that, shape the physical environment that we inhabit every day, the world will transform. How many of you, by a show of hands, have seen a carrier pigeon? Yeah? You're a lot older than you look. Or passenger pigeon. My mistake. I misquoted. Carrier pigeons are still out there. You've seen one? I don't mean to call you out. Back in the late 1800s, Simon Pokagon, a Patagonie, and I butchered the name, I'm sorry, leader in the Midwest, described the passenger pigeon's migrations as an army of horses approaching on the mountains laden with sleigh bells. They were so thick they would blot out the sun. They went extinct in 1914 due to overhunting and environment exploitation. And none of us remember them and we don't miss them. Because not only have we never seen one, our parents haven't seen one. And maybe if our grandparents are really old, they've survived and they've seen a passenger pigeon, but they're 102 right now, I think, if I did my math right. So keep rocking. I call this cultural amnesia. And what I want the choice for each of us to make is to prevent an attitude of gratitude from suffering from cultural amnesia. So here we surround ourselves with technology. It saturates every aspect of our existence. And more content is created every single day than we can digest in a lifetime. You are what they eat, or what you eat, my grandmother used to say. So we're confronted with a choice about what to eat, about what to digest, and what subset of those world stories we choose to not only consume but share. My hope, my dream, my mission is to encourage every single one of us to make the choice to love, to listen, and to be grateful for everything that we have. So before you post that next comment, before you strike that next key, ask yourself if that message is one that adds value to the world or one that extracts value from the world. I want us to make a choice to be courageous, to learn to look for love, and shape a contagious attitude of gratitude with everyone you meet, not just today, but every day. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's try this. Love your hair. I loved your talk.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you very much.